BetVictor sponsors Sky Sports coverage of World Matchplay darts.
Blackpool is buzzing tonight. Constant tension around the Winter Garden. Feeling the power. Taylor does it again.
Welcome to On The Wire from the BetVictor World Matchplay Darts Championships at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool. I'm Dan Dawson and we're going to start with some headlines from the tournament. First, Michael Smith compares baby to dog.
As a pet dog, or you go.
You can't compare your child to a pet
No,
dog.
because
Next, this man. Top PDC official Dave Allen quite literally bowled over by the chance to interview the artist.
I fell over.
Proof that Phil Taylor will quite literally wear anything you throw at him while walking on in Blackpool. And finally, Richie Bennett.
Yeah, what does Richie Bennett do with 2 days off in Blackpool?
What do you think?
Down the seafront?
Go for a swim, sauna, walk on a friend.
Treat yourself to fish and chips as well.
Fish and chips, of course. It's not just me here for On The Wire. I am joined by a man who needs no introduction, but we're going to give him one anyway. It's two-time match play winner, Rod Harrington. Pleasure to have you with us, Rod. We'll start with the big game. Phil Taylor, 10-4 against Darren Webster, 101 average, 132 checkout, ball, double 16 as well. This is old Taylor, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he had to set his stall out. He's had such an indifferent year, 18 months. And people are not scared of him anymore. So he had to get in here, throw over 100 average, make a statement, and he's done exactly that.
Certainly has. Really likes his new dart setup, told me that it's better than Viagra. His words. Anyway, Dave Allen spoke to him.
Got another good test coming up in the second round as well. Michael Smith, someone who at the minute is growing in confidence every week.
Yeah. He beat me, Michael has. He beat me fair and square, but I think Wednesday's a different game now. He's got a Phil Taylor, which is a different player. So he's going to play me at my best now. So let's see. I think now on Wednesday, if anybody's a little gambler, have a little better than a 9-darter. Maybe one or two. You never know, do you?
Well, a 9-darter. I know someone who can give us odds on a 9-darter. It's BetVictor's Charlie McCann. What are they, Charlie?
18-1 for either player in that big Wednesday night clash to hit a maximum 9-darter. It's 25-1 if you want to be more specific and say the power, or 33-1 to be more specific and say to Michael Smith. But it's 18-1 for either player to hit a 9-darter on Wednesday, second round.
Well, Phil Taylor was on one against Darren Webster. Michael Smith, though, he took on Justin Pipe, close game, 10-8. Rod, what did you make of that?
Yeah, that was a great performance. I mean, I have to say it's the best I've seen Justin Pipe play for quite a while. I mean, he come up there in good form. But Michael Smith, with that prolific scoring power, he's got that like Anderson and Lewis and Van Gerwen. And when he's got that, he can be a threat against Phil Taylor.
Another contender here, five-time world champion Raymond van Barneveld. He took on Vincent van der Voort, his close mate. Wasn't particularly friendly on the hockey. He smashed him up 10-4. Rod, impressed?
Yeah, I mean, Barney's always running himself down, but he played really well tonight. Did the right things at the right time. Punished van der Voort for missed doubles. And that's all you've got to do in that first round. Who cares about averages? Get over the line that first round, then you can move on.
Well, one man who did get over the line was Wes Newton, world number 10. He won 7 of the last 8 legs against Ronnie Baxter in a local derby. The Blackpool man taking on the Fleetwood man. Won it 11-9. Unreal stuff. And finished it with a real moment of quality. That 1-4-4, Rob.
Unbelievable. I mean, I commentated on it and it was like pulling my hair out, I have to say. But again, Wes was very negative, saying I can't play like that, But it is the first round. Get over it. He took a great 1-4-4 out to win it. You've got to move on. You can't take any scar tissue into the next game.
Well, look, we've seen some contenders in action. Charlie McCann from BetVictor. What has that done to the outright odds?
Well, the big mover is Phil Taylor, 7-2 into 3-1 MVGs. The world champion still the 2-1 favourite. Lewis we'll see tomorrow. Van Barneveld, 12s into 10-1. And also down here, Dave Chisnell, 33s into 25-1 heavy scoring. And Michael Smith, 40-1. And he's only 40-1 for one reason, from 66s, because he plays the power on Wednesday. And you've already said what a clash that is going to be.
Well, it was a double session of darts on the Sunday. We saw some games in the afternoon session. Dave Chisnell first up. Beat Dean Winstanley, and he beat him pretty convincingly in the end. That was 10-4. We also saw former world champion Richie Bennett, a 10-4 winner of Brendan Dolan, the Northern Irishman, who's been in great form lately. Richie Bennett, a very happy man. You got a little glimpse of him earlier, speaking of Dave Allen. Let's have a little bit more of an extended chat with him.
We've got James Wade in a couple of days' time. He's obviously he's a player who's been in many finals here. He's won the tournament as well.
Yeah.
How do you approach that?
I know that if I score and I hit doubles, I can beat anybody. Simple as. So if I turn up and score well and hit my doubles like I can beat anybody because I can outscore anybody. So I have no worries about anybody now. I just get past that first round and I'm relaxed a bit now. I can just look forward to the next game now. So happy days.
Well done today, mate. Thanks.
And another one we should mention, Paul Nicholson, the asset, managed to knock out Bob Thornton. That's not a tricky thing at the BetVictor World Matchplay, to be honest, Rod, because he's got a dreadful record here.
He has, yeah. But if you look at the record of Thornton, coming in the last year, Premier League, beating Phil Taylor, he actually had some good form coming in. So that's a good result from Nicholson. We haven't seen that out of Nicholson for a long time. He talked a good game, never played it. He actually got up there and played a good game today.
Certainly did. Well, Monday night sees the completion of the first round matches. Peter Wright against Stephen Bunting, Mervyn King against Kim Huybrechts, Adrian Lewis, two-time world champion against the debutant Andrew Gilding, and then Gary Anderson, one of the form guys on the tour this year, against Jamie Caven. Rod, pick your match out of that. I mean, there's a couple there that really, incredible, tough to pick.
It is. The whole first round is incredible anyway, but my tip, probably the whole first round, is Peter Wright against Stephen Bunting. The BDO world champion against one of our form horses. And let's not mess around here. Peter Wright talks a good game and he can back it up. He won the event last week in Dusseldorf. Great value. I would get on him. There's no question that he is going to perform.
Well, let's have a look at the odds for tomorrow, if anybody can tell us them. Charlie McCann can.
We've got some cracking games, as you can see. Peter Wright 4-6 against BDO champion Stephen Bunting. Mervyn King, can we see a renaissance in King? We've seen with some players against Kim Huybrechts. 4-7 for Huybrechts. Lewis, can he put a marker down? He's 7-1 on, big favourite against Andrew Gilding. And for many, I think the game of, alongside the top and tail with Peter Wright and Stephen Bunting, I'm really looking forward to Gary Anderson 4-11 against Jamie Caven 11-5. Jamie Caven, of course, who's also been playing well on tour at present.
And we've got some specials for Monday night as well.
We have indeed, yeah. What will the highest average be? Under 99.5, 5-6. Over 99.5, 5-6. Pete Vicker too. We're basically saying we pick it. Well, I'm absolutely convinced that the quality on show tomorrow, I'd be very, very disappointed if we didn't see it. Remember, at the moment, the highest average is Taylor, just over, I think, 101.7. Players hit the most 180. It's a fascinating game when you think how many, so many high scorers are playing tomorrow. Adrian Lewis is the 11-4 favourite. I'm going for a bit of value there. Jamie Caven, 8-1. Yes, he's playing against Gary Anderson, a big game, but I think that will go long. I think they'll go deep. Maybe Adrian Lewis scores, that might be 10-2, 10-3. I think this game, Caven and Anderson will go long. 8-1 then. Total 180s on the night. Under 130.5, 5-6. And again, it's an each of two. And I again think it's going to be a fantastic night at darts tomorrow. Heavy scoring, and I go for over 30.5. And then Monday's enhanced accumulator, the four jollies, the four jolly old favourites, Peter Wright, Kim Huybrechts, Adrian Lewis and Gary Anderson. We've enhanced that to 7-2. That's Monday Madness, and that's the end of the first round. And Rod, we've got one. This is Harrington's Hot Shots we've got for you. Ron, talk us through this.
Well, Jamie Caven, his game, as you said, Charlie, is going to go a long way. He's playing really well. And for him, just hit 4 180s, I think that's bang on, I really do. Adrian Lewis scoring brilliantly as he did in Dusseldorf. He's up against the newcomer Andrew Gilding. I just think that he's going to be on form, and so minus 4.5 legs on there. And Peter Wright average, he throws a bad game at 97, 98 average. So I think that's bang on. That treble, do the doubles and a treble, I think that's a good bet.
And that treble pays 11-2 with ourselves at BetVictor. That's the first of our Harrington's hotspots.
Charlie McCann, thank you very much. Well, it's not just us sitting around here talking. We've got roving reporters all over the place and on the wire, and they're getting the answers to the questions that you want. We've been asking people on Twitter to send in their questions for dart players. Michael Smith was the subject for today, and we sent Sammi Marsh to go and have a word with him.
Hi, I'm Sammi Marsh and we're at the BetVictor World Matchplay in Blackpool at the moment. We're doing the Twitter Takeover, and I have here with me Michael Smith. Hi, Michael.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, so we're going to do some questions. So from Mark, who's been the biggest influence in your career?
From the start of my career, it was always my dad because he paid me to go places. But then Gary come in and being who he was, it gave me a massive boost. And now with the missus and the baby, now my life's changed completely, so I can't ask for anything better.
Okay, and from Amy has sent in, who is your favourite player to play against?
Anyone that I beat.
So Paul Yates has sent in, did the prospect of another TV meeting with Phil Taylor inspire you during your game tonight?
No, it didn't inspire me. It was just because if I want to win a TV major, I've got to beat everyone that's in it. So I take every game that it comes. I had to beat Justin before I played Taylor, and Phil's got to beat Darren Webster before he plays me. So no, it's just one game at a time.
Yeah. And Chris Mason has said, if you could play against any player from a previous era, who would it be?
I don't know, because I only started watching darts in 2007. So, I don't know. I've watched a few on YouTube and stuff like Bristow and Jocker. So, maybe Bristow or Jockey Wilson because of the power scoring and the cocky attitude. I'd love to play against, giving him back.
And Brian sent in, what are your aims for this season?
To win dart matches.
Yeah. And Chris Knight, how does it feel to be a dad? Is it better than when you beat Phil at the World Champs?
Yeah, of course it is. Beating Phil was only one darts match. I never won the World Champs. But being a dad, it's a responsibility for life now. When I get home, he's always going to love me for the rest of his life. Same as a pet dog, or you go.
You can't compare your child to a pet
No,
dog.
because dog's your best friend, isn't it? Your baby's going to be the same. He's never going to fall out with you. He's never going to.
Is he going to be a dart player when he grows up?
Probably be a ballet dancer no matter what, like I said before on the walk on.
So, another question, if you can just show your arm. Who's made this loom band?
It was young Mick Mosley that come down on Thursday to stay into his dad's hotel, and he brought the bands in. I thought, make me one of them.
And it matches the colours.
Yeah, he made it red and white for St Helens, from where I'm from, for the rugby team. So, and he gave it me today. Said you best wear it on TV, so I had to.
Well, the bully boy doing an amazing job of answering those questions for a man who's actually spelled his own name wrong on his driving licence. That's us done for On The Wire for today. Thank you very much to Rod Harrington for joining me, Dan Dawson, and Charlie McCann, of course, from BetVictor.
Pleasure, Dan.
We will be back, of course, with On The Wire tomorrow.
Blackpool is buzzing tonight. Constant tension around the Winter Garden. Feeling the power. Taylor's done it again.
BetVictor sponsors Sky Sports coverage of World Matchplay darts.